Uh, your man in the news back again, man. Your man,
Who that?
is it? Your man Kanye, man. Um, he started out the new year, tweeting his support for Donald Trump. And before I get into it, I want to know what you think about it overall, because
About Kanye's support of Trump?
yeah,
Um, I honestly I feel like I'm not sure if this is Kanye's doing or
okay,
if this is like something that like him and his team came up with this like vision of what Kanye could be doing.
yeah,
But I feel like on some level it does like make sense, like the reasons that he has for supporting Trump, as far as like, uh I won't be bullied, or this hat stands for this, that, and the third, or whatever.
okay,
But overall, I think the shit dumb as hell.
right,
Because it's like Trump don't stand for nothing, for nobody that look like me and you, or Kanye, or Kanye's children for that matter.
word,
And like I get, like, you want this hat to represent a certain thing,
yeah,
and it don't represent it don't represent that at all. It's like, it's like the complete opposite.
yeah. It's dangerous on a lot of different parts, and I think people of our generation, people of our age group, can give a unique perspective that the generation before us and the generation after us couldn't give. Right.
Right.
So Kanye came out in 2003. College Dropout came out in 2003. He was eighth grade, transitioning into high school. At that time, you think of the hottest hip hop artists, right? Jay-Z's retiring. It's kind of leading towards like the tail end of DMX.
50 coming in.
50 coming in, and 50 became the hottest rapper, right?
Right.
So think about this for a second. The hottest rapper is someone who's a street rapper. Sold the image of getting shot, rocking bulletproof vests, ex-drug dealer, whatever. Seen that so many times, even from the late 90s to the early 2000s. You had Jay, you had DMX, mid 90s, you had Pac, B.I.G. So whatever lifestyle, it kind of seemed like the norm, right? That's what it was. So a lot of people who wanted to rap and be on the mainstream level kind of felt like, okay, I gotta do this street persona, even if that wasn't me.
Right.
In the Kanye West, 2003, right? Through the Wire comes out, we start seeing other stuff, and people are starting to take notice. Like, this is somebody who is telling you it's okay to be yourself. I'm not a street cat. I wear straight leg jeans. I got 2 polos. I wear backpacks, and I like beats and music or whatever. That message that I received from it, being somebody of that age at that time, oh, okay, it's cool. I'm not a street cat. Regardless of where I grew up at, I'm not a street cat. So I can still spit and be like this and still have mainstream. Because be clear, we had examples of rappers who weren't like that. But they like backpacks. You got your Commons, your Qualies, your Mos Defs, all them. They didn't have the mainstream success. So I see this cat, you telling me I can sell millions of records and just be a normal cat. And then other people start seeing that, because fruit from that tree, you got your Lupe fiascos. Yeah. Remember when Lupe first came out and everybody like, oh man, look at this dude skateboarding, this nerd,
right,
or whatever, right? And everybody was trying to compare him and Lil Wayne. And then in 2008, all Wayne is doing is skateboarding. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Kanye, for more or less, kind of started that wave of it's okay to be yourself. It's okay to be a little weird. You got your Lupes from it. You got your Kid Cudis, your J. Cole's, your Wale's, your Kendrick Lamar's, your Drake's. It's okay to be emotional. It's okay to...
all of the creators.
Yeah. So in my mind, you got this big influence, right? You got this influence on black youth, black men in particular. And we rocking with them, right? When Katrina happened, when he got up there on the telethon and did the Bush don't like black people, when we see all people who look like us struggling, right? We see them on rooftops and everything for days dying. He get up there and say this. We like, oh man, we really rocking with him. You know what I mean? So that's how much he meant to us for people who look like us, for people in our generation growing up, more or less.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He's a hero.
It's this guy who's making music. Yeah, he a little eccentric. Yeah, he wild out at times, but we know he for us. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So to see him get up and show support for someone who represents none of that is incredibly dangerous, because you already had this hold on black youth and white youth, but I'm just talking about us in particular.
Right.
You already had this hold. So you putting on this hat that says "Make America Great Again," right? What does that mean? When was America great? Because you got to rewind the times, right? If you're making it great again.
Talk about it.
You said, you know what I'm saying? You're not saying it is great when Barack was in office, so it's not great from 08 to 16. You're not saying it when Bush was in office. You're always talking about Bush. You're not talking about Clinton. You're going from the 80s, the 70s, the 60s. The more you go back, the worse it becomes for me and you, right? The more you go back, you get to the 60s, 50s, 40s, 30s, the worse it becomes for people who look like us. That's what that hat represents. It's white supremacy. That hat represents white supremacy. So for you to put on that hat and say, I'm throwing my support behind this man, it's telling me inadvertently, indirectly, whatever, you're supporting white supremacy. And that's why the rhetoric is dangerous. Regardless if you're trying to do, I'm gonna flip this whole thing. It's certain things you can't flip on the side and make for nothing else. I can't take a swastika and go to Germany and says this means black power now. No.
Right.
This is a symbol for Nazis. You can't do this. You got all these people who feel empowered when this man came in office, right? We seen the marches in Charlottesville where all the KKK members got together, all the neo-Nazis, the alt-right, all of them got together because he's in office. You know what I mean? They threw a celebration. You started seeing increases in terrorism and violence and Muslim people being attacked. You start seeing Hispanic people being attacked. You start seeing more of us being attacked. And you put on this hat. It's dangerous. Why would you do that?
It's Kanye just being very irresponsible with his image and his star right now.
Dog, it's ridiculous, and this is what, when people say that or just say it's not just music, like, you got to understand stuff is a system. This country is built on a system. This is why I say it's important to get involved in the politics, because you have to know what's going on. Like, you have to know what's going on. So for him to support this man who constantly, time and time again, reaffirms how he feels about people of color, I'm damn near ready to wash my hands with the situation, bro. As much as I loved his music, Lord knows I do, I can't, like, in good faith. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, how can I say I'm for somebody's rights and you showing your support for somebody who's not for it? It's like heartbreaking almost.
Yeah, it's tough
to see it, but I don't know.